even though I have a background in math, I graduated college as an electrical engineer. I spent 30 years as a math teacher. When I came on the board, one of the toughest things for me to do was to learn and understand the financial report. I don't know how the rest of you as board members have dealt with learning and understanding financial reports. But we have someone who knows financial reports pretty well and is pretty good at explaining it. Steve Beer, who is our pro bono accountant, auditor, everything else, and a regular featured speaker at CCC, is going to help us better understand our financial reports.
Thank you. Thank you, Ed. Thank you, everybody. So I wanted to give you some benchmarks, just to give you an idea of what's in the industry. On the reserve fund, generally $2,000 per unit is a minimum reserve fund, and $100,000 in small entities. $5,000 is generally considered $10,000. I'm sorry, it's considered healthy, and $10,000 generally is really not that often. We're seeing $10,000 per unit in reserve funds. But there are times. And a reserve fund should follow what work needs to be done. We would love to build up over time, have enough money when the work needs to be done. The reserve fund goes back down. We build up over time, and it goes down again. That's the ultimate way to do this, and hopefully not have to refinance to pay for bills. Debt per unit is another gauge we have in the industry, the amount of the mortgage. So for Manhattan properties, it's $40,000 to $50,000 a unit. In the other outer boroughs, it's $30,000 to $40,000 a unit. So I thought that might be helpful to share that with you. Portions of deductible for maintenance, generally at 40%, is what we're seeing. Sometimes with the shelter rents, you guys are lower. 60% is really getting high when you have that much of it. I saw the CNYC Expo. They also do a survey. It's mostly towards the single building cooperative, as I heard Ed say, but still it does have information on operating costs on a per room basis. Those come in handy to people. Just try to realize on an audit that we're trying to make sure the financial statements present fairly in all material respects. So we're not trying to hit it to every dollar. I know that your accounting records should be that way, but the financial statements are intended just to be all material respects. We're not going to look at every transaction naturally. That doesn't make much sense.